To really understand dimensions, you need to understand the difference between driver and driven dimensions. So to get started, I want you to go ahead and draw this sketch exactly as shown. And notice, when you place the dimensions, they're all red. And red means they're driving dimensions and they're locked. What does that mean? If you come and touch on the dimension, look at this 55, you'll see underneath there's a lock. Again, that means it's locked. So if I move this up here, I can roll this if I want. See how it's moving up and down? I can just slide my middle mouse button in here to see that. When dimensions migrate to model edges, they become 3D PMI dimensions. Watch what happens when I come into this region, select, and move this into a 3D model. Let's turn off symmetric. I'm just going to push that back. So as soon as I accept that, they're red right now, and now they're blue. Blue means they're unlocked or they're driven. So if I touch on this now, see the lock is not on. So they're driven dimensions. So now if I grab a face and just pull on this, you see the dimensions move. They're not in control. They're not locked. So when they're unlocked, you can modify them. They change. Now I can still grab these dimensions and modify them. Let's just move design intent out of the way. So it's 131.8 right there. So if I put my cursor in there and roll the mouse, you can see how these are changeable. I can modify those. And all the other dimensions are changing too. Just take a look at that, 125. Now it's 111, 120, 134. Now, if I like, I can come over here and lock these driven dimensions. Click on the lock. It's red. That means it won't float anymore. So if I come down and grab this face again, it's stuck at 125 because it's locked. And all the other blue ones can adjust, but not the locked dimension. Now if I come up to this dimension, 119.68, maybe I want that to be exactly 120. So I'll change that to 120. And I'd also like to lock it. I don't want it to change. It's a critical dimension. So I'll come over to the lock and turn on the lock. So now that dimension is locked also. Whatever face I grab to move around, if I move this around, you see that always stays at 120. Again, because it's locked now. Now let's go back and look at the original sketch. Just over here, pull down there and it's sketch 2, and I'll right mouse click and say restore. And there's the original sketch. It hasn't changed. It gets left behind. And so I could come in and grab this sketch and move that and see it's not associated to the model anymore. Now let's take a look at some other dimensioning options. So the idea here is just go and click on these dimensions like angle between and experiment. It's another critical one, coordinate dimensioning. Again, just click on the angular coordinate dimension and try it out. The best way to learn this is just by experimenting and testing. You can modify all these dimension handles. If the dimensions get in the way, you can just double click or click on the arrows and flip them to the opposite side. Too big or too small, you can adjust those. Now, go ahead and draw this sketch as shown to experiment with some of those dimensions we just showed.